Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Pink Boy time. Like always, XRP Day. Enjoy with us the global future. Welcome back to my channel, guys, and today is really a day to be bullish and it's really the day to be positive with crypto. XRP right now is by 0.22 cents, almost 0.23. Bitcoin is by 8,689 cents. But what is really impressive is that the entire coin market cap is by 233 billion. I cannot remember when we hit the last time the 230 billion because we was zooming around in the past week by 219 billion, below 220. Looks like that the entire coin market cap goes up and recovers a little bit. Could be that all the contracts for XRP and all the partnership what they made in the past, that this starts to settle and that this starts to work out and everything's to work regular, and XRP right now has the benefit. So what we was aspect God was not on the 1st January, but right now we have the 2nd January week. We going in February. How I said, everything starts to get in a normal modus. I'm pretty positive. I have a great outlook and a few news what I would like to share with you. CoinCap mentioned in this article today, XRP's success is inevitable because of Ripple's effort, and I absolutely agree with this. And the article starts pretty powerful. There is no need to dwell on XRP because its success, it's inevitable thanks to the Ripple Inc., the $10 billion company. This is the view of the XRP supporters who Twitter post has attracted positive comments through the wider community. Oh, and here they mention a tweet from DM Logic: to everyone alive on this earth, since people still question this, let me be clear again. I stopped making videos and tweeting about XRP as much because I believe its success is inevitable because of Ripple. To me, there is no use in continue to preserve it on it. Done deal. I think DM Logic just tried to explain or to say that he is so pro and positive on XRP that there is no need on any explanation. He don't want to go outside and talk about it. Be absolutely sure. There's a lot controversial. Some people are positive or they try to explain and make the majority outside smart, and some people just don't want to understand it. They just want to push negative energy outside, negative articles, because they don't like the success of XRP and Ripple the company, and probably he has enough to discuss this. All in all, makes no sense for him because he's just so sure that everything will work out fine, same like with all of us, DM Logic. But anyways, thanks for all your videos and all your tweets. You still did a great job. And here right now I have the entire interview from EbixCash and MoneyGram. Everybody knows this was the topic of the week. Just check it out because here are all the details and all information what you should know what's coming up in the next years or months.
EbixCash, a fully owned subsidiary of Ebix, has signed an agreement with global money transfer and payment services player MoneyGram to expand presence in India. This partnership is aimed at bringing inward remittance volumes of $3 billion annually to India. My colleague Priya Sheth caught up with Robin Raina, who is the chairman of Ebix, and asked him the rationale of this agreement and their plans to scale up.
EbixCash, a fully owned subsidiary of Ebix, has signed an agreement with global money transfer and payment services player to expand presence in India. This partnership with MoneyGram is aimed to bringing inward remittance volumes of $3 billion annually to India. Joining us to discuss this and plans forward is Robin Raina, the chairman of Ebix. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Raina. First of all, run us through this partnership with Ebix. What will it mean in terms of touch points and the larger distribution plan out there?
Well, EbixCash presently has a franchisee network of around 320,000 franchises all across the country. This deal is all about providing MoneyGram access to that. MoneyGram made a strategic decision to go exclusive with us, so which means that all their existing agents of MoneyGram in India will now become sub-agents of EbixCash, as also all new agents that will be sub-agents that will be hired. And as we grow, as MoneyGram brings in this number of $3 billion into India, EbixCash should be handing all that cash with respect through our franchisee network all across the country.
Break up the whole monetary structure, and what is the kind of commission structure that you have as part of this deal?
Well, look, the commission numbers are obviously confidential, so I couldn't tell you what commission structure is there. At the same time, let's put it at that, it's a very lucrative deal. We expect this to be a very highly margin-intensive deal for Ebix, purely because of the fact that we've already invested in our infrastructure. Our delta cost, our incremental cost is a lot lower, simply because we're very heavily invested already in the remittance sector and in the financial sector in India. So our incremental cost tends to be a bit lower.
You know, at this point in time, Ebix has about $6.5 billion in terms of inward remittances. And we understand that this partnership could bring an incremental business of about $3 billion. So run us through what is the kind of time frame for this, and how are you looking at scaling this up?
Look, the part about bringing new money into India, that part is going to be handled by MoneyGram, simply because they're at the origination end where the money is handed over, whether it is coming from the Middle East or Australia or US or Europe or wherever. We are at the destination end. We are at the end where we hand over the money. So ours is a more of a servicing job, wherein we follow all the compliance and make sure all the KYCs are followed, but virtually in minutes of the money being handed over, say in Boston at MoneyGram's retail location, we would be able to hand over that money virtually all across all across our network, our franchisee network, all across the country.
You're targeting about $25 to $30 million in terms of revenues via this partnership. So how are you going to scale this up? And annually, when do you think these revenues will start ticking in?
They'll start kicking in immediately. It's not a long-term deal. It's not like the deal will take time to get us the revenues. The revenues will start kicking in immediately. So we expect to continue to scale it up. The numbers we gave of $20 to $35 million these numbers could be a lot larger than these numbers. It will all depend on the amount of money that is flowing into India. These are highly conservative numbers that we have given. We expect the numbers to be a lot bigger than this.
So when you say conservative, you mean you could hit the $50 million mark annually over the next 2 to 3 years? Is that the kind of target that you're working with?
That's absolutely true. We could hit $50 million, yeah.
On the insurance space, you've got an approval for insurance distribution under the BSC Ebix joint venture. So run us through what is the kind of timeline for rolling out these operations?
So our intent is to do a soft launch virtually in a few weeks' time. We think it's a very big venture wherein BSC has around 300,000 touch points in the country. We have around 320,000 touch points in the country. So we feel the combined reach of, when you look at the combined reach of EbixCash and BSC, I don't think there is any banking network that could rival that reach, or any network in India that could rival that reach, that combined reach. So we're very bullish about that BSC Ebix venture.
So can we expect February to be a month where you would be rolling this out? And also in terms of revenues, what are your expectations from the kind of traction this insurance distribution business could bring?
Look, the insurance business, first of all, yes, the short answer is that we probably intend to do a soft production launch in the second week of February is the present planning. One of our goals in coming days is we would like to launch India's first reinsurance exchange.
Mr. Raina, a final question on the IPO. That's what the street has been watching out for. And when we spoke last, you said the second quarter of 2020 is when we can expect some sort of action on that front. Run us through where it stands at this point in time.
So at this point in time, we are at a stage wherein we've already appointed the bankers. We have 3 bankers, ICICI, Edelweiss, and Axis, who are our bankers, book runners for ICICI as the lead banker. Others are the book runners. We intend to appoint 2 more international banks to it. Under the law, we are supposed to get our audit done till March, and once we get the audits done till March, 3-year audits, then you have 135 days to file your IPO, and that's what we are still focused on. We're intending, which means practically, it all depends on SEBI guidelines, and it all depends on the time it takes with SEBI, the regulatory stuff. But presently, we are targeting still July or August as the time frame for the IPO.
How you see, MoneyGram is a big benefits for Ripple, and there's a lot expectation in the next months and even in the next 2-3 years. So guys, my video already is way too long. Please like, please subscribe. I hope you had fun, and I catch you in my next video. Bye bye and have a great day.